Anin Buju band members. Today is Tuesday, March 23rd. The statistics for the COVID and what they're talking about on the news is that cases are slowly on the rise again throughout the state. As an example, in our counties, Aiken County last week, 1,200. Today, 1,204. Crow Wing last week, 5,326, and today is 5,390. Mille Lacs last week, 2,379, and today, 2,426. Pine County, 2,890, and today, 2,922. And as I commented last week, that in District 1, we had 2 new positive cases in District 1 and District 2A, which is now at 107. But from last week, there is no new increases this week. So that's good news. District 2, 10, no change. And District 3, 35, no change. As a reminder, want to make sure that if you signed up to get your vaccine, please go and get that done. And there will be another clinic on the March 31st. Last week, we had many days of recognition of our treaty rights. And then on Friday, we had Treaty Rights Day. And when we think about the events of last week, it has become a week of celebration. We have giveaways, raffles, and fun activities. But I think it's important to also think about why we celebrate our treaty rights. This day focuses a lot on the 1837 treaty and our hunting, fishing, and gathering rights. Our lawsuit against Minnesota to affirm these rights went all the way to the Supreme Court, and we won. In that case, the Supreme Court sided with the ban and affirmed that our rights to hunt, fish, and gather as our ancestors were promised by the Treaty of 1837 still exist today. As I was thinking about that, I thought, there's a lot of other treaties that are specific to the Mille Lacs Band. And a lot of times we don't talk about those as much, but I thought it was important just to talk and remind everybody about the different treaties as well. And here's a couple of more, like the Treaty of 1855, and that established the Mille Lacs Reservation. That treaty was signed on February 22nd, 1855. Established the Mille Lacs Reservation as a permanent homeland for the Mille Lacs Band of Ojibwe. The continued existence of the reservation's original boundaries is one of the issues in our federal lawsuit with Mille Lacs County regarding our law enforcement authority. There are also the treaties of 1863 and 1864. During the Dakota War of 1862, the Ojibwe bands did not all agree on whether to take up arms against the white settlers. The Mille Lacs Band leaders discouraged other Chippewa from attacking the whites. Instead, Mille Lacs Band members gave white settlers advance warning and actively protecting them. Because of the hostilities against Indian people after the war, the treaties of 1863 and 1864 required several bands of Chippewa to move north to a new reservation near Leech Lake to be removed. For Mille Lacs, however, these treaties say that due to the Mille Lacs Band's good conduct during the 1864 conflict, we would never be required to move from our reservation as long as we did not interfere with the whites, a condition we never violated. This is how we became named the non-removables among the Chippewa in Minnesota. It is important for our kids to learn that each of these treaties are important to the Mille Lacs Band. The 1837 treaty was about our right to protect our way of life, to feed our families, and practice our culture and traditions in the territories we ceded to the United States. The treaties of 1855, 1863, and 1864 were about securing our homelands and our connection to Mille Lacs Lake forever. Just think about tapping maple trees, for example. You can't just put the tap in the tree and hang up a basket. Tapping takes great discipline and timing. It involves mathematical calculations and learning to read the weather. It is not just an outdoors activity, it is a complex process that requires skill and knowledge. The same could be said for fishing, ricing, and hunting. All of these require discipline, knowledge of the resource, and a deep understanding of these gifts the Creator gave us. Our treaties promised us our homelands and protect our rights to learn how to live with nature and sustain our families from nature. When we do these things, our sense of identity in who we are and where we are meant to live are also reinforced. These are wonderful things for our kids to learn about. And when they grow up, they'll teach their kids and grandkids. So when I think about the past week and the recognition of our 1837 treaty rights, I hope that all the families were able to get out into nature, and you will this spring and summer, and experience the gifts on the lands we were promised forever. So with that, I would like to say miigwech, have a good day, and I will talk to you soon.